Welcome to SADTU Online Television. I'm your host, 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐬𝐚. The Katlehong Engineering School of Specialization, right in the bustling Katlehong Township Scoba section in Khumalo Street, continues to achieve best results. The school obtained 99.4% pass rate in the 22 Matric results. The school principal, Mr. 𝐦𝐤𝐿, is a proud SADTU member. He attributes the school's outstanding performance to the hard work and dedication of his learners and teachers. He says hard work and long hours paid off. He commended the school's governing body for its continued support and has no doubt this support contributed to the sterling performance. The Katlehong Engineering School of Specialization is one of 28 schools of specialization launched by the Department of Basic Education in Gauteng since 2016, with the aim of addressing the skills shortage and unemployment through public-private partnerships. The school offers engineering subjects, ICT, commerce and entrepreneurship, performing arts and creative arts, and sports. The subjects offered give learners an opportunity to acquire knowledge and skills that will allow them to create jobs for themselves after completing grade 12. The school boasts of a chicken coop with 600 chickens, hydroponics farming, which is the method of cultivating plants without using soil, and aquaponics farming, a system of aquaculture in which the waste produced by farmed fish or other aquatic creatures supplies the nutrients for plants grown hydrophonically, which in turn purify the water.
Today I'm 𝐦𝐤𝐿, Principal of Katlehong Engineering School of Specialization with a focus on manufacturing, transport and logistics. We're situated in Katlehong. We're offering all the engineering subjects as part of our curriculum. All learners are also doing mathematics or technical mathematics, physical science or technical science, engineering, graphics and design, and then trade subjects. At the end of last year, we managed to achieve the highest pass rate in the history of the school. We managed to achieve 99.4%, with a number of our learners achieving more than 5 or 6 distinctions. So we are very proud and very excited as a school.
We are used to a technical high school, we are used to a normal secondary school. Tell us about this school.
Yes, indeed. Katlehong Engineering School of Specialization is one of 35 schools which was identified by our former MEC, Honorable Panyaza Lesufri. In our case, we were launched on the 19th of August 2019 when we became a formal school of specialization. And yes, we specialize in engineering subjects. All our learners are doing mathematical science or technical science, mathematics or technical mathematics, and then they must do a technical subject. After the launch, we've also introduced agriculture as a subject because we believe whatever we teach learners in the workshops in engineering, they must go and apply it in agriculture where they are building different objects and equipment in the school.
You say the school was launched as a school of specialization. It was launched in 2019. What did it used to do before? Was it just an ordinary secondary school?
Yes, when I was appointed as principal in 2015, it used to be a technical school, or it used to be called a technical school, but only about 25% of the learners were in the technical stream. Majority of the learners were in the commercial stream. So we've managed to phase out all the commercial subjects over the last 3 years. So I'm proud to say that all our learners are doing a technical or an engineering related subject.
Is this the first cohort of learners to have written in 2022 since you were formally established in 2019?
The cohort of learners who completed grade 12 last year were in grade 9 when the school was formally launched as a school of specialization. So I would say they are the first group that really benefited from all the additional resources we had as a school since we've been launched.
Take us through how the school has this 99.4% pass. Is it a norm, or is it for the first time that we are having such a good pass?
The 99.4% is the highest we achieved. In 2021 we dropped to 90.3%, and the year prior to that in 2020 we managed to obtain a pass rate of 98.5%. So yeah, we are normally in the 90s.
Mm.
Yes.
And how many learners wrote and which subjects did they write?
End of last year, 160 learners wrote, only one failed, and except for home language and life orientation, it's either mathematics or technical mathematics, physical science or technical science, and then they had a choice between computer applications technology or information technology, agricultural management practice, agricultural technology, design, and then all your different engineering subjects. We've got mechanical technology with all the 3 different streams where we specialize either in fitting and machining, metalwork and welding, or automotive. In electrical technology, we specialize in power systems or the old heavy current, and then in construction, we specialize in services or plumbing, construction, which is normal building or bricklaying, and in woodworking. So you can see we've got a variety of subjects.
And can you tell us briefly how many teachers do you have, and what is the raised teacher ratio in your school?
At the present moment, we've got 70 CS educators or CS appointed staff, and then we are very fortunate when it comes to human resources. They're all qualified in especially the technical stream or mathematics, and then the class ratio is, in most of the classes, in languages is 1 to 32, and then in specialized subjects 1 to 15 or 1 to 20, depending on what PAM actually prescribes, but we comply with policy. So we are not having any overcrowded class, if I can put it like that.
Your school is deep in a township of Katlehong. There is a perception out there that schools in townships do not perform as well as their counterparts in suburbs or informal model schools. What do you say to that perception?
I want to invite whoever thinks in this way to come and visit us. I've been working in the township environment for the last almost 10 years, and I can tell anyone with a clear conscience, there's no school that works like a township school. We operate 7 days a week. Our learners are always here, and we work much harder with our children because it's not only curriculum related matters that we deal with. There are a lot of other socio-economic matters that we need to assist. So we're not only teachers, we're also parents to these children. So I want to invite anyone to come and see what are we really doing in township schools.
Give us a profile of your learners, you know, where they come from, their family background and all. What kind of learners do you teach here?
As a school of specialization, we've got no feeder zone. My children are coming from Spruit View, in town, Alberton, Brackendowns, up to the back of Palm Ridge, where we've got RDPs and informal settlements. So it's learners with different backgrounds, learners from the hostel, they're all attending here. So I've got a very functional school-based supporting to make sure that these learners from the poorest of the poorest are also, when they come to school, they've got new uniform. You know, when they walk, they must walk with dignity. It's important to know where your children come from. On weekends, we've got 2 school buses, so I drive one personally, and that helps me to see where the children are coming from. And that's easier for me to relate with the children, that I know when a specific learner is not at school, I know this might be the problem, and then we know how to address the issue and to assist the learner.
Your school specializes in subjects such as mathematics and physical science. There's always this perception, or there's always this talk that there isn't much good grounding in mathematics and physical science in lower classes in primary. What is your view to that?
Normally when learners come to grade 8, they write the normal baseline test as expected, and schools are different. Every school, including primary schools, got their own challenges, if I can put it that way. It's not always because of the teachers or the principal. And our job is to make sure that learners are taught. And if we identify gaps from grade 8, we must close the gaps. That's what we are employed to do. So we can't blame primary schools. Our job is to go and see if we identify a gap, let's close it and assist the learner to achieve good results.
Then coming to you personally, it's not an everyday thing to see a white principal or a white teacher in a township school. Are they warming up to you being slightly different from them?
I think when I was appointed in Katlehong, it was something new. I was the deputy principal in Specialisation Secondary School. It was a new school. which was opened in 2012 at the outskirts of Vosloorus in an informal settlement. So I was used to the township environment. And then I started to apply in township schools, and this was the 9th interview for a principal post that I attended, and I was fortunate enough to be appointed here. People thought I'm not going to last, but 8.5 years later I'm still here. I'm known in the community of Katoor, it's not only Katlehong, and I think it's not only me, I've got a multiracial staff, different races. Even the learner community is changing now. We've got learners from other races attending the school, and I think that's what we want. We cannot have only learners leaving the township in the morning to attend your formal Model Cs. We can also have learners from town to come to the township, and that's, I think, for me personally, I want to show to people there's nothing wrong with the township. It's not as dangerous as people are saying, and it's a quiet environment. You can achieve so much.
What you've been telling us is as if everything is smooth sailing in the school. What are the challenges that the school faces?
I think we've got the normal challenges like in any other school. We do have substance abuse problems, but we assist those learners, we identify them, we refer them for assistance, and we follow up. The second challenge is teenage pregnancies, although once again we are very blessed. If we've got 3 reported cases in a year, it's a lot. So we make sure that even when a child falls pregnant, we assist her with the work when she's not at school, that she can come back to school as quick as possible to continue with her schooling career.
One of the problems schools are facing these days is the issue of vandalism. And your school being in a township school is likely to be a victim of such. Do you experience vandalism in your school?
Not at all. The community around the school is so protective of our school. I think they've realized that the school is a beacon of hope, that when your child comes here, your child is assured of a bursary or a learnership or apprenticeship or employment when they're done with school. That they are so protective over the school that I think you've realized the school is very clean, everything in the school is intact. The community is involved in the school as well with co-curricular activities. We're starting a skills program now where the community is also involved. So I think it's expected of the community to also look after the school and the safety of the school.
What is it that you are doing to ensure that the community gets involved?
I'm active in the community with the different structures that we've got, from the local councillor with his structures, SADTU, and from the clinic. So I think the fact that the school is also involved in the community assists a lot.
You say the school is involved in the community. How is the school involved in the community?
As a school of specialization, it's expected of us to do a number of multi-certification programs. So one of the programs that we are currently offering at the school is a driving school. So I've managed to secure funding through the Transport SETA or TITA for 300 learners, where they're paying for each learner the 300 for the license, the photos, the transport to the license department. We've got vehicles to do the actual training, and out of the 300 we've included only 150 learners from school, and then 150 of our former learners and community members who are not employed. So they're also benefiting from the programs at the school.
And another issue regarding to you, we understand that you are a member of SADTU. Yes, SADTU is a non-racial teacher union, but there is this perception that is going around that SADTU members do not teach. SADTU members are the ones that are letting down the system of education in the country. What would you say to such?
Yeah, I'll disagree to that. Out of my personal experience, I've worked in a number of schools. I've been engaged with a number of unions, and like it is in life, with all races, you get good teachers and bad teachers, or lazy teachers. Let me not say bad, they're lazy. And like in any union or in any school, you get hardworking educators and you get those who are a bit lazy. But in my school, my experience in my personal life and my career in education the last 20 years, where I've dealt with SADTUs, that I've never experienced a lazy SADTU member.
You are at your school 7 days a week. Why do you have to put so much?
Yes, I think except for maybe the passion that I've got personally to be here, because I can't expect educators to be here if I'm not here. I feel it's not fair, and as a school principal I need to set an example. I must be here before them and I leave after them. We also spend a lot of time over weekends to allow learners to do practical work so they can achieve the highest mark possible.
What can you say to other principals or to other schools, the tip that we can give to ensure that schools get good results?
You know, it's very difficult. I can say hard work and make sure that you motivate your educators. I'm not teaching, I'm not writing exam, I'm not in class, but I can make sure that my teachers are all having the necessary resources. I make time to spend to look at the well-being of my teachers as well, because we expect a lot of them, you know, to leave your family over a weekend and you're not paid. But I can take them a bottle of water or a juice in class to say, you know, I've noted what you are doing. Let's motivate our teachers. I think they are the ones doing the job, not principals. And then on the side of governors as well, I'm blessed with a governing body who supports us all the way. They are not interfering in the management of the school. They know they are governors, they must make sure that the school is governed according to policies and that we've got all the resources we need.
Good afternoon, Chairperson. May you kindly give us your name and your surname and who you are in the school, your role in the school.
𝐦𝐨𝐫𝐿𝐴. My role in the school, I'm the chairperson of the SGB in Katlehong Engineering School of Specialization.
Katlehong Engineering School of Specialization received a 99.4% pass, which is quite an outstanding pass. As a chairperson of the SGB, how did the school manage to get such an outstanding pass?
It is not only 99.4%, but the toughest part is, remember, we specialize in mathematics and physics. Hence, I will reiterate on that one, mathematics and physics. How did we obtain 99.4%? It was a tough year. And I would like to congratulate my children, the staff and everyone. We took them to the camp for a period of a week to make sure that we work very hard, we push in each and every single angle. Every child must be catered to. Then successfully, we came back with a better results, man. Even though I'm looking for 100%, but one day I will find it.
You are the ones who have to ensure that there is synergy or there's communication between the learners and the parents and the teachers. How easy it was to ensure that learners, parents, teachers and the community are together to ensure that everything is smooth in the school.
Mind you, as the leadership of the school, you must play your role. Make sure that you are on the ground, but because of there are many parts that needs to be outlined out there to the parents. We arrange meetings between the parents and the school, whereby I need my parent one-on-one with the teacher to make sure that they understand better the schooling of their very own children, where the children are struggling from grade 8. Mind you, I'm talking about from grade 8. Then we communicate with our teachers because of that's an extra mile. Every year after term 1, now we are in term 1, when they receive their report cards, then I call a meeting, particularly to grade 8 and grade 9. Then the teachers must attend my parents. Then they get to discuss about the subjects regarding to the child, especially where the child is not coming okay. Then we can adjust that while there is still time. I need 100% pass rate from grade 8 to grade 12.
How does it feel that this school is in the township and it can produce such outstanding results?
We are very happy. We are very happy. Actually, this is definitely what we are looking for. Equal opportunity in terms of education, competition between ourselves in the township and our former Model C schools. With us in the communities, remember, school, it's not only an entity, but it starts from the community. The support from the community makes a success of the school.
I see the school, the Palisade fencing is standing, is perfect. And how do you manage to ensure that the school is not vandalized?
We give information to the community, all the stakeholders, Mind you, the school belongs to the community. And the education that comes with it is very more important to bring change within the very same community. So the community itself, they are the one who are supportive to the school. Hence, we are in the state that we are in. We do not have those challenges because of the community is the one who is supporting us all the time.
The community is supporting because of the good results of the school, or is it because you are engaging with community?
Mind you, we have projects that go above the schoolyard. For instance, our driving school. We do involve particular members of community to come and benefit from the school. So if there is a bridge between the school and the community, there is a better understanding. Engaging with the community. If you are a school, don't be an island.
Yeah.
Engage with the community. Then the results are there. We market ourselves. I often say this. If a tavern can market itself to that extent that it attracts our children, why can't we come with a similar style of marketing, education into these children?
Yeah.
Yes. That's the motto that we
is
use.
different thing. A tavern is selling something.
Exactly.
So
we
how
are
do-
selling different products.
How do you make education fashionable?
The practical part of what we do, it is what is making it fashionable to these children. Mind you, we cannot go only theoretical, teaching the child about the car. Practically, if the child is there, they dream about it. They dream about it. Put that thing in their heart, then it's obviously in their mind.
Thank you very much, Comrade 𝐬𝐬𝐿𝐿. We thank you as the organization in the East Rand for having done us proud. We are happy. I remember when you arrived here, the school, I wouldn't say it was one of the best schools in the community or within the region, but you have elevated the standards to an amazing level. So thank you very much. I like your heart. You have done well in improving the lives of our poor communities around here. That's a revolutionary work that you are doing, and we thank you very much as the organization, and we hope that the future can only be bright. It gives many other people problems in terms of managing an institution like this one, but you have excelled on it. You are one of the best in Gauteng. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. This school used to experience a lot of burglaries in the past. 𝐦𝐿's arrival has actually, turned around the attitude of the community towards this institution. Also, myself being a principal of a neighboring school to this school has really, boosted the morale of the community. And I'm proud to be one of the feeder schools.
What does this say, him being a SADTU member, to SADTU, to the perception that SADTU members
Does not teach.
do not teach?
Here we almost are having 99% membership of SADTU. And it was viewed by even district officials, this school, as one of the difficult schools in the past. But I can tell you, even the paradigm shift, our own pillars, 2030 pillars, have really inspired our members here. We really are very proud to be associated with this school as the region. And SADTU in particular is a leading force in this particular school. So we thank all the stakeholders really and the broader community to have tolerated us when we were making a pledge that one day we will turn the schools, this institution around. So our 2030 pillars are alive at this institution.
Matimba.
Dumelang maloko a SADTU. Leina la ka ke 𝐦𝐬𝐬𝐿𝐿. Welcome to I'm a School Fan Show. The I Am a School Fan is a SADTU campaign that aims to mobilize stakeholders in education, including parents, teachers, learners, communities, and government departments to address school-related violence in all its forms. The campaign is in line with the Union's 2019 Congress theme claiming our right to have our human dignity and safety protected and respected in pursuit of a decolonized quality public education. SADTU seeks to rally society to protect schools from such despicable acts. Through I'm a School Fan campaign, SADTU calls on all stakeholders to do the following to make our schools safe havens. Stop violence against teachers, stop violence against learners, stop violence in schools and communities, stop violence against women and children, stop vandalism in schools. This fight is for the restoration of the dignity of those in our learning institutions. Remember, we teach, we care, we protect, we denounce violence.